Hello everyone, it's been a little bit since I've done a recording because had some real life stuff going on and I took time for that. So I had it's a little over a week hiatus to take and to uh, uh, go with that part and to get stuff done in real life. But in the process, I have took and tried to get a little bit of stuff done, a little bit of stuff prepped, and where it's been a little bit longer than I expected to take and get a recording going, I figured I'm going to try to take and get some fun little things for this. And it'll make it where we can get some more progressions and stuff in between, and I can start getting back onto uploading a little bit more frequent. I do apologize for the um, uh, time gap in between these, but in between doing the real life stuff that was going on, the server had updated, so I ended up losing some of my stuff because while updating, it took and it gave me a hiccup with the update. I had to delete the pack, reinstall the pack, and then try to get everything going again. That way I could take and I could play with y'all and stuff on here. But I did manage to take and set up both applied energistics and refined storage because, well, I know everybody's probably tired of seeing all the chests and stuff not organized, and I have been asked to show how to do AE as well. So I'm like, well, you know what? Let's get rid of a bunch of things at once and make this a lot easier because the main things I'm wanting to do in this episode is I want to show how both the AE, refined storage, and a few other things because I have been a little busy. I tore down the power flower from in here because, well, I started working with a different mod on this. That way we can get more progression going a little easier, and it does tie into everything else. So I'm going to try making this where it's a little fun. This is a little compacted and stuff. I just moved it for the time being. This will get its own room and everything. It just makes it a lot easier. But some of the changes I did notice, I like it, but I kind of depressed with it at the same time because I was excited that we was able to make mimic spawners. Well, we can no longer do that, but that's okay. I don't really need to farm them. And as you can see on my bookmarks, because I lost all my bookmarks prior to this, I went through and I started doing a replication mod. That's the other fun mod that we're going to be doing today. And I'm going to try to get some of this other stuff going. Some of it I wanted to see if I could do it, but these are things I'm going to be adding to the machines and stuff that's already been made prior. I just been too lazy to do it. And one of the things I plan to do in this episode also is to make a red matter. And it shouldn't be as hard as you may think. I mean, we have dark matter already automated, but this is literally just farming up coal. And I did make a Philosopher's Stone in between, which was not hard. Made most of the stuff prior. The Infernal Dust was the only new thing, which is pretty simple. Let's see. Evidently, we have the. I may actually turn bees off for this episode, just because I don't want to have to keep dealing with it in the process. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're just going to scroll down to Loopy. And now, no more Loopy for a bit. I will turn it back on later. I just, for the recording, it makes it a lot easier not to have it. Oh yeah, I did fix some storage drawers up. And I'm going to show you how all that works too with it. But before I start showing off the how these work and how to set them up, I'm going to show the rest of the stuff I've been working on. I made this where power's a little easier. Made it where it holds a little bit more of the XP. We're up to 4.2 billion. I think I showed this before. Fun part is, once I get this, the replication mod up and going to show. Now, I do have it set up. I'm going to show how it works and how to pretty much automate it for the most of it. And the good thing is, it does tie into the storages, whether it be applied energistics or refined. I did make it where you have some blocks. Basically, I'm not a big fan of the profession part here. I made the unbreakable one, which honestly was not hard. It was not hard at all. I used this recipe: netherite, reinforced, and I had all that already on there from prior ones. I just was too lazy to make the thing, but now have it. And I just have the kiwi, or kiwi, however you want to pronounce it, going, and it's being made, crushed, goes into the system, which ironically, and in a funny way, is just right here. But I wanted nice building blocks, so it's like, well, that's a simple task. It's honestly one of the first thing. Well, it's the last part of the first area of quest. I still haven't even finished it. All I gotta do is get a pot. That one's done. Go over, pick up the generator, or make a generator, and yeah, that's pretty much it there. And yeah, so literally just a pot and a generator, and it can be any version of generator, so you can kind of see how easy that is to make. I'll probably make that in between. It's not really going to give much. I mean, there's a chance at like simple things, but yeah. But I did finish the last part that I was talking about with making the quantum ring part. Did not collect the reward, so let's see what we get here. Netherite furnace, not bad. That actually could come in handy. But that one's pretty much done now. I think that one is fully done because I put everything on it. So that means I gotta kill the chicken and do the igneous, which I'm not in too big of a rush to do either one just yet. What's over here? Oh, this is where I did all the part. And I will show how all this works here in just a second. That's actually where I was going on here, because I made a room specifically for it. I figure instead of doing the create room like I was planning to, which go ahead and show some of this. I have took and went through trying to organize a little bit more. I did make the what's that one called? The Spectra sapling. Honestly, very easy. You take ectoplasm, plant a oak tree, right click it with it, and it'll turn it into it. That's all it is. And then I automated it by putting it right here, because I eventually want to automate stuff that ectoplasm is used for. So I figure go ahead and get it started early, don't have to worry about it when I need it. And here is the replication room. I do apologize if it hurts anybody's eyes. It was not intended to do that, but I wanted to show like the color scheme and stuff to the mod. And I kind of went overboard with this, but it will make sense on why there's so many, because there's exactly 64 here. And what this part does, it replicates. And I do have some of the stuff already set up, because I wanted to take and get some of the things ready to go. So we have pretty much all the stuff that you see on the list. Those are able to be replicated right now. Or I can just look into the system and it'll show everything that can. Now, this is what I was talking about before, and I forgot which episode that I mentioned it, but basically, this is like a version of Project E. Is a unique way of looking at it, because pretty much how it works, you have to have power to it. So upgrade gate, you have to have everything connected. You do have to have storage things for each type of element for it, and you need a source for it, which I'm going to be using dark matter, which you put into the I can't pronounce that. I'm not even going to attempt to, but you put it into this machine, and what it does, it breaks down the materials, puts it into the parts. Then you have chip storage with the memory chip. And if you look where it says hold shift, it will tell you all the materials at the bottom that it needs to craft the part. This is where you will, well, it's easier just to show this part. And actually, let's do it with another 8 furnace. That's the only one I have. What you're going to want to do is put it in the blue one, because I would assume that's the easiest way to do that. And what you do, you put whatever has the part, and it will remove it from your part or your inventory, and it'll put it into this. And as you see at the bottom, it can make another 8 furnace now. So you just put it back in the chip storage, and there it is. Order to craft it, you just click it, tell it how many you want. So I want one back. Oh, it gave me two. Oh, close enough. So that's how that works. And I put a bunch of stuff for A because, well, I found out that a lot of this has the parts for it. And I picked out some of the things that is really useful for crafts and stuff. So it would be a little easier. I am going to try to show a little bit with it. But I made a bunch of the tanks for the reason of you can see on the side how much can be stored. When I fully automate this for the different matters, well, I need more of these on it. That's why the room is so big and everything, and it's like, well, let's make it where I don't have to worry about it. Now, this will not be the best setup because I don't have entangled blocks unlocked, but that's what you truly need for this. And it's not real hard to do. The best way to do this, go ahead and get all the things that's needed to automate this, because if go ahead and knock us out, makes it a little easier, a little quicker, and hopefully makes it simpler. Because what I want to do is I want 8 of these, that way it's just easier, and they do not stack. That's another reason to do that. But now I can take, and I have them ready to go. I'm just going to take one for right now, because I know that this one's almost full. So let's go ahead and we're going to finish filling this one up. And we'll put the condenser and relay into it, because that's just going to make this a lot easier. That is completely full now. So now I can put this one, and everything that I've put in these, I do is put that there, and now I can make everything. And a way to do this, I want to make 2 of these. So 2 of those, let's see, I'll need 10 of these. So and we'll just do 32 of those. I probably need more than that, but we're just making this where it's simple for the moment. The other thing I needed to put in there was a compacting drawer, because we're going to go ahead and get this set up for all the fun stuff, but I'm just trying to make it where it goes a little quicker, hopefully. But I should explain how this works with it. The reason that there is 64 replicators is each one can do one item at a time. And whenever you put the purple glass on it, it speeds it up when it's crafting out. So I made it where it can do a stack instantly. So it makes doing all this fun stuff a lot easier. and hopefully it makes it a little bit more understandable and stuff, because basically all it is, you just connect everything in. I will probably be doing a similar concept to how this is with these, with the chip storages. I'll probably have around 10 of them, I would assume, because I intend for any item that has the part that can help of just putting it in here. That way I can just craft it from this. But what I'll eventually do is probably drag this across one of the walls and make 2 rows, maybe 3 of each one, going up to the roof. And the reason I didn't put a roof is I may actually raise this to be the tallest room. That way I can make sure that these stay really high on the points and stuff for matter. That way, once I get everything automated, this connected into whichever storage system I use, which 9 out of 10 be applied to logistics, because I'm more fond of it than I am refined storage. Which, granted, refined storage is a great one in its own right, but I tend to try going for the other just because to me it's easier to automate everything. But let me go ahead and, oh yeah, I did upgrade my backpack to netherite. So let's see. Yeah, let me make sure I get my silk touch out, because I'm probably going to be needing the silk touch over the fortune, because I want to make sure I do this right. But it's pretty simple with it. Best way to look at it, I'm going to try it right here and we'll go from there. Get, because I want to show how to make a power flower. Now, eventually I will be upgrading these to MK3s, but right now I just don't have it unlocked to do that. So we're going with what I have to work with. But the way that this works, put it like that, that there, that there, that there, that there. I do need more glowstone for this, but you can kind of see how this goes. That's just the top portion of it, and put that there. There, that one there, that one there, that one there. And this is why it's called a power flower. It just has so much area that it covers. But now, all technicality, all I gotta do is put glowstone around it and put a piece of, yeah. Y'all get to see the maximum part of this. I'm gonna try to make this where it looks pretty decent. Up there goes. Okay, I want to block. Put that there. And do that. And you can see it's going at a decent pace. I'm going to be making a star one for red matter. But initially, what I'm wanting to do is get the entangler, entangle this, have it completely surrounded, and then just feed into this. But what I can do from here, if I really wanted to make this fully automated and stuff, for right now, I'll probably take and connect a laser to this and just have it pump into it. Or if I really wanted to take and make it where I don't have to worry about this, I could run a line all the way over to here and then just have it pull out into it. It's that simple. But now I have all the materials I'd ever need for this. I can go over here, get 3 stacks. And I will probably never use all these, at least right off the bat. It's going to make sure every one of these is completely full. Is what's going to happen with that. And then, as that goes up, the amounts that I can pull out of all the items goes up as well. So that's pretty much how that works. I will do the power flower for the other, probably in between. I am going to take that with me, that way I can take it, I can make the part. I'll bring back glowstone for that real quick as well. But these are connected to the storage drawers that's above and below with the chickens. That's what this does. So let's just go ahead and get into the whole part. We have the storage bus for AE. Priority, put it the highest that you want. As long as if it's higher than everything else, anytime that you put something in here, it's going to instantly try putting it into the storage drawers. But yeah, that's where it's taking. It's pulling out the saplings and wood and stuff like that, putting into that. But let's go with the AE first. For the basics, I will show how to do the auto crafting and all that with them after. But basic things, you need a controller, you'll need a cable, crafting terminal, a pattern terminal, that way you can see these, and you'll need a pattern terminal. Look, that can actually also be crafted with the replication. That's why I did that. Most of the stuff for this can. You do have your drives. I left them empty, that way you could see that was connected to that. Alright, for auto crafting, for the AE system, you need a crafting part, or crafting processing unit, along with some type of storage. Now, I looted those. You can craft them, but if you lock up, just use what you found. So, in order to do any type of crafting for the basics, this is not the advanced stuff. I will do a video later with the advanced stuff. But basically, as long as if you have them connected, and you don't use up all the channels off of these. I think with this pack they have more with them. Yeah, you can see where it says it has 32 channels just from that. So you can go to higher tiers and it gives you way more. But you can have 32 things attached to this one part. So I just did basic. Pattern provider, that's basically your crafter for refined storage. I have it set to craft cobblestone because, well, I wanted to show that you can take and do that. So you can see the little part, and if I click here, I can put whatever number. Next, uses the amount, start, goes up by 10. Now you can speed this up with putting more acceleration cards. These have the matters, so instead of crafting them, I'm just going to replicate them. Hence why I was trying to do all these at once, make it a little easier. Alright. Here is another way to do a crafting part. Now, again, this is the basics. You can do a lot more with this than what I'm showing, because you can get different types of cards and such, where this will actually provide power and everything else. But I have it attached to the crusher. That way, I need to get like Soda's quartz dust. So all I have to do is go to either of the terminals and Soda's quartz dust. We have 158, so let's do 10. Shows that. Auto goes in. This is one of the key differences between AE and Refine. Notice how this will auto eject back into the pattern provider. That is because pattern provider allows it. But pretty much, that's the very, very basic parts to it. You have two different types of storage cells in this pack. You have your standard one, which it shows 63 types, and you can have 65,536 of the items itself. Or you can take and use the storage for dummies one, which gives you the same concept as refined storage. You can have up to the amount of 64,000 items if memory serves with it. But it's not limited to just 63 different. You could have as many of the item, or as many as it can hold of items. So you have two different ways of going about that. And this is why where this is going kind of slow with it. That's where these is going to come in handy whenever I make them. I just haven't done it yet. But yeah, that's all the part, and it went up by 10. So that's the basic bare minimum. This has a 1 block port that connects to it. As long as if you config everything to go input, output, have power, you're good. Auto inject on. And whenever you do wireless parts and everything, you can get into more creative parts with it, but that is the bare minimal parts for AE2. You can make a huge structure part with it, where I want to say it's a 7x7 with the controller making a cube that's hollow. It's just a frame around it, and it gives you a crap ton of um, channels to do all types of stuff with, and then you can make the advanced quantum things and stuff. But right now, I'm just trying to do the basics to make it where it's more understandable, because the way that it works, pretty much the exact same as this, except for you do have to have, for the crafting parts, these little I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. It's little obelisk type things, and you can have them of all different sizes, colors, and such. As long as if you have a processing part with a storage, you can do so many things with it. And they have, again, it's a multi-block structure that's a 7x7 that literally does, I think it's quintillion in it. So yeah, it gets a little bulky, but it does pretty good. Alright, let's go to the refined storage, because we have pattern, same thing as the other. You make your crafting pattern and it'll do just that, but you have to put it into different types of crafters. This auto crafter, the reason I have it as it is, I honestly forgot to make a pattern for it. So let's see, let's do descending, and I'm trying to think of something to craft. Let's see. Let's go with I honestly don't know. Let's go with bows. So what I have to do is, well, I have to make a bowl for this first. So I'm going to have to go over to this one. Oh, I don't have it where it's synced. I'm going to sync to it. Yep. There we go. So I just need to make a bowl, because in order for this to auto craft the way that I'm wanting it to, it has to have somewhere to go. So just put that there. And let me go up here. I had almost everything set up for it. Eventually there's going to be a lot of spots for stuff. So that's why the room is the size that it is. And if I need to, I can just raise the roof a little bit. But now I can take and go over and go to bow. Should be able to. Oh, let's see. So that's going to do 4. Start. Crafts it, because it goes for that. Now, for steak, because I'm using the alloy smelter, which I'm using it as a furnace. So I want to make that. So let's go with 1. Should be 514 once it finishes in here. Now, the way that this works, because you cannot just feed it back in, you actually have to take and connect it with an importer. And you could put the speed parts on it, or the stack upgrades. Yeah, makes it where it goes quicker when pulling everything out. But otherwise, it cannot go straight back into the system. So you would have to make a tower of these for each type of processing part. It's easier in some ways, harder in others. Storage disk. That's 16K, so it holds 16 and almost a half items. These are really easy to make, and all you do is shift click them to separate. I could honestly build this up by using the part, which I'll probably do, because for a little bit I'm going to be using both on having them set up, ready to go, and we'll be using them for different things, but I will primarily be using AE, but I will be progressing both of them at the same speed. But as y'all can see, it does have everything connected, including fluids. Because as long as if it goes into the storage drawer, works fine. These are pretty simple. I guess the hardest part about these is just crafting the materials, which, yeah, this is a mess. I will be picking or cleaning it up a little bit more later, but you have to make each type of like different storage components and stuff, and you just craft through them. Now these I crafted because I had it done before I did the replication, but I will probably add some of these into the replication and build them up to the highest points that I can and be like, well, we're done with that for now, because why make stuff harder than it needs to be? But here's some of the storage things I was talking about. You can find them in random chests. They're semi-common. I mean, you see how many I got. This came from a gold reward. No, that one came from a standard one. It was just really random that I got that. But yeah, a lot of the stuff, if it has values, I'm going to put it into the thingy. Another thing that I did do was I redid a sword. Now, I still have my other sword. I just didn't like that it kept bringing those little ice spikes everywhere. With the, yeah, pretty much same sword. This one is a little bit better. And I just ripped the enchants and then put it onto the part. We're good to go. But let's go ahead and start working toward making the red matter, and gonna find something fun to do. Not sure what yet, because I thought that this was just going to take a little bit longer to explain. But I will try doing some progressive stuff and show how I do some of this, because I haven't really done that with y'all as much, and I don't want to bore, but at the same time, I want y'all to see how to do some of these. I eluded these, and there's the 1 of 6. Honestly, a quick way of doing that, to give the amount that I need for it, because I only need 6 of them. Let's do this a fun way. That way you can kind of see how this works. And I forgot the glowstone there. I could just take that out for a minute, put that in there, and just like that we have more than enough. So yeah, if you ever want to speed up stuff, that's how you do it. So now we're going to have red matter along with this. And I'll probably try showing how to set that up a little bit more too. I'm not wanting to do a straight tutorial for it, but at the same time I also want to show some of the stuff. That way y'all get to see, like, well, how's the magic part of in between these get done. It's a lot of random progressions like this is what's causing it. And just like that, we have red matter. That is how quick it is to get. So now all I have to do is go right beside this and have the second one, and I can use red matter for that instead of dark matter, and it just fills that up quicker. So let me go grab some glowstone. Let's see, do I have to actually type it, or can I just find it? We're just going to take a full stack, and that'd be more than enough for this part. Because I want this to do the best I can. But whenever you get these to MK3s, you don't have to put glowstone on them. But until they are, you do. Otherwise it's not going to produce quick enough. But if you're not in any rush, it will work. And you do have to shift click to put these on, because these have inventory that you can actually build a lot of the materials and stuff up with. But in all technicality, I could take and put a few more right through here and just speed that up even more. But you can see the speed of this is going up because this is pulling through these. And let's see, let's go ahead and get the red matter going, because, well, we might as well get that going good. Let's go ahead and get one of these, because we're going to need that for it. And we have everything else over here for us. Oh yeah, fun little thing. That will still work. I don't like that done that. Yeah. Here is part of my OCD. I need that to match over. So, go like that. And this is why I took and I did the with that. Put that there. 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 this will be slow at first. I mean, that's to be expected. But by the time I get all these put in, it should, key phrase should, have at least one or two done. And once it's all done, you can take and have red matter and dark matter fully automated here. Let's see. It's almost made one. I mean, it's going to be slow. Do not expect these to go fast at first. We're gonna get another item thing. So do I have one over here? Let's see. Let's go ahead and get this fixed first. And now we have to I will lock these and stuff. I just didn't bring the things with me. But if you're wanting to speed these up even more, you can just go like this. It'll look a little bit nicer, but yeah, this is going to be probably the fastest that you can get this to go. And still be able to access this. But you will no longer be able to access how fast it's going with this part. So just keep that in mind. Oh, it shouldn't be, but yeah. I don't believe that can hold any of the parts. Easy way to find out. Yeah, that don't go in, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to try to speed this one up just slightly. I am not going to be putting a full part on it like I did the other because I want to see how quick it's going. But also on the flip side of it, I will be putting extra parts here. That way it makes up for it. And now we can see how quick it goes. That should have sped it up quite a bit. And keep in mind, this takes way more EMC than the other. But we are already up to 3 of them. Yeah, I think the EMC on this is 5k, a little over 5k, and for these, it's almost 3 times the amount, so, well, it's a little over 3 times the amount, I want to say. But this is red matter and dark matter automated. So the next thing, let's go ahead and get this all situated. I had cables here somewhere. I thought I did. This is a good thing about it. I'm gonna make a stack of them. This is how quick it goes now. I'll put those up there for now. And let's see. Yeah, we're gonna run this across this way. And I'm gonna see something with this too. Because we're gonna learn this together. I don't know if it can connect to the side of the containers or if it has to be straight on the top or bottom. I do not remember. So we're gonna learn it. Regardless, that's gonna be plenty enough for this. If it's not, I don't know what to say on it. So, whenever I do this, the key part for this working, because remember I have these in here and these are kind of full. So that means whenever I place one here, that made it to which one? Quantum. Okay. Okay, so that makes this quantum. Yeah. Again, OCD. Well, let's connect to it to back it up. It has to be directly under it. Now I can run it underneath it and have it where it just goes up, but let's go for the aesthetic with it. So quantum. That will still connect and give quantum. I have to do it to each one by one, and it'll eventually give all. So that one is metallic. So let's see, where's metallic? I'm gonna try going. Let's see. Make it where there's enough room for extra spot. I put that there. It should auto go in. Let's see how that looks. So metallic is higher. Okay, so these are working like I was wanting. And let's see. So this is the ones that it has a little extra on it. Let's do this again. We have precious. So to make it where we can see if this actually does do like it's supposed to. Precious. And we had 2 in between. that one, which is already full. I'll put that one there, it should still go up, which it's still going up. That's exactly what we want. Living. And the more of them that you put in, the more it holds, and the more that you can replicate faster. As you can see, the numbers is going up dramatically just with one extra container. Okay, we got organic, organic. I should probably take the rest of these out, otherwise it's gonna keep filling those. And that way we can take and get this organized right. And if I need to, I can always move this to where there's more and go higher up and everything. So, nether. Quantum. Do I have a quantum? Yeah, I already have a quantum. Earth? Let's get the earth one. And what it's going to eventually start doing is like you're seeing now, it's going to start giving random ones that's still overflowing into the thing. Because we got a bunch of ender, got some organic, steel, so those are going to pop up a little bit. Nether. And the funniest part about this, even though, say, I wanted to put extra ones on for top, that does not mean it's going to give the right one for it. You're going to have to place these, figure out which one it's going to go to, and then place it with the respective one. Otherwise, you're going to have them all over the place. So, if you don't have a bad OCD for that, that'd work fine. But if you do have an OCD, it is not going to like you for it. But this should be almost empty on all of them. Yeah. And just to show what I was meaning, let's put one there, one here, and one here. So that should be metallic. That one should be precious. And that one should be ender. whenever I put this in here. And we'll do 22 of them in there. So let's see, did it actually do it? Oh, did they actually fix that? If they did, that'd be nice. It looks like they may have. Oh, well. Color me impressed. It didn't used to do that. But since that's the case, good way to fully test it. That should be more than enough of each one for this. Oh, let's see how it actually does. And we got 2 blocks now. Awesome. So that means I can take one of the blocks, pull that out, do a block. Always better to do blocks than the Mario Ball. But this looks like it's work fine. And this will show how much of each one that we have. And as it goes up, you can see the numbers of the items also goes up. But no, I'm honestly impressed with how it did that. I'm not sure if these are going to go up any. Oh, hold on. Dalek, precious. Hey, this is what I was talking about. OCD. OCD. So yeah, I'm probably going to be breaking these on some. Get them organized. I'm not going to do it right yet because that's more than enough, and yeah, I don't have to worry about it. That's that proved my point though. That was what I was talking about. I mean, it did good. It did good for a minute though, and then it took, and it was like, nah, we can't do that anymore for you. So let's get rid of the empty ones, because yeah, as much as I want to wait to do this, my OCD will not allow that. Some people has issues with floating trees. I have issues whenever it takes and it's supposed to be one thing and then it's not. But we have plenty here. And this will work out fine. So yeah, it's quantum, so that's quantum there. So living. Living. Mechanic. Mechanic. Okay. Ender. This is the last one here. I do apologize if this is kind of boring. I'm not meaning for it to get boring. I was hoping to show, and honestly, I was hoping that it would work the way that it should have. But I mean, it happens. But this is how you learn. You test it, you hope for the best, and you go with it. Sometimes this will work fine, other times it's like, nah. Empty one. Also, so I mean, they are all preset here. But there is a high chance that once I get everything going good and stuff with it and I have it fully automated, I'll probably have each one of these with 3 going up to the roof, and hope that that's enough that I would never have to do anymore. But if I do, I can always raise the roof from this. I may actually do that anyway, raise it up about 2 or 3. But with that being done, got to see some of the simple stuff. I'm just gonna put the stuff right there for now, because, well, we're gonna take and put some extra items, that way all the fun stuff can be done easier. Let's put that there. I have room for 14 items, so that one. I should organize these, but honestly, there's no reason to. And the reason I'm doing some of these storage ones is to have them for aesthetics, or whenever I'm trying to organize and stuff for videos or whatnot. It just makes it easier. See how it turned. Oh yeah, I made sure to empty this beforehand, because now I don't have to craft backpacks, and I won't have to craft netherite parts. I like that idea. It's a nice little part. So 3 more items. Let's see. We'll go with why not the upgrade template and echo. Why not? That one's completely full now. So everything that I just put in there, you can see that none of those is in there. Since I put that there, we able to do stuff. And I wanted to show this, that way it's not like, oh, I cheated the stuff. It's honestly all these items, the way that I did it, if you notice in this, the ingot was one of the first things I made. That way I could take and I could craft all the stuff for this and make sure that everything was good to go. I did take and get some other rock and brush it until I got enough to make the basic one of each item. And then I just tried making it where it was simpler, because I wanted to make it where you didn't have to see the grind. You got to see the results, and you got to see how to set it up. Makes it a lot more entertaining, I believe. A little bit more fun. Hopefully a little bit knowledgeable to make it where can come up with new ways to automate stuff to go through this, because in all honesty, you could start this off pretty early. It's not like super early, but you could start it off relatively early in the pack. And if I would have done that earlier, I would have had storages fixed up a lot quicker, a lot easier, a lot nicer looking. I wouldn't have to worry as much about a lot of the resources, because, well, all I would have had to have done was grind out enough to make one power flower for the dark matter. And then we would be right here with it. Oh, don't lag me out. Up there goes. There's a few more items. And the reason I picked the ones that I did for this, some of it's for aesthetics, some of it's for future crafts, some of it's just to make it where I don't have to craft a lot of the same stuff over and over and over and over and over. And we can take and just progress quicker. Plus, some of it I don't have to make like the hostile neural networks and stuff for mob drops, because, well, now, as long as if I give it enough material for it, I can just grab it out of here. Like echo shards. Or say I need to take and do a compacting drawer. Instead of having to go through to craft all the individual parts, I just put it in, grab it out. This is one of the things I'm happy about getting. That means that I can make it where everything that I'm wanting to have a decent number of, well, now I can make it. Because I can do, say, a stack of these, and then go over for a stack of these. I think it's what's needed, so before I goof that up, I'm pretty sure, yep, that's what it needs. So I could go for a stack of that, stack of this, and as soon as I find them, you can type the stuff in as well. But go to the netherite, stack of that, and it's just that easy to take and give really good numbers of everything. Let's just go over here, be like, boom. And that would mean all the stuff like this, I should be able, but what I need, switch it out like that. I can go like that there, put that one there, pull that one out, and there we go. That's going to hold a lot more, fully set, good to go. every one of these, I can go through now, where say I want a really good number of each one. Now it'll go to the highest number, which is 147,000. Or I can take and just fully cap it out with 3 of those and $1.5 150 mil of it. Yeah, I don't want that much of it, but now if I wanted it, I could get it. And the same with all of it. So whenever I take and get all this going good and everything, I can make this where I just get ridiculous numbers. And I'll probably do that to Kiwi as well, because I like using the blocks. Makes really nice decorative blocks. I'll probably redo some of these rooms and stuff with it. But everything that I would like to have mass numbers of, like say I wanted a crap ton of Draconium. Well, now I can have a crap ton of it. Same thing with nether stores. Go like that, and now I have a phenomenal number. I'm trying to pick up the quality of life things more than anything else. But sadly, these do not have the matters, so I will still have to craft those. But now I can go through and start using everything that has matter and all that fun stuff. And the reason I did that, now they're in the system and I can pull it out of the system. But now I can take on everything that I could ever want to use or do. I can. To make everything easier. And I do want to take and get me a backpack, which here, one backpack. I want to get, so let's go for 8 of those. I want 4 of those. And I want a magnet. And now, not only can I fix the stuff in my main, I can put the magnet here. I can put, oh yeah, I can upgrade this to a netherite one, which I'll probably do. Oh, you can only put 1 of these in. They changed it. You used to be able to put more than that. Well, that's okay. Well, if that's the case, that works out fine here. Because that would mean that I could take and config this for mob drop, block drop, and all that fun stuff. So that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Curious. I don't remember if I put that in it. Yeah. On any of the stuff that I can't use, I can just grab it back in. But now I have a really good backpack for the part, and I'm going to go ahead and get one of these, and we're going to fully upgrade and put that in there. And now I have plenty of room for any other void ones if I want. That works out pretty nicely. But what I'm going to do in between the episodes, I'm going to make everything look a little nicer. Let's see. Does that... Okay, I'm going to probably make one of these to make a bunch of them. Pretty easy to make. I actually have everything for this, and I can honestly make one right now with that. I will also make a let me find it here. Energy transmitter. I will make one of these. Now, here's another good thing. I can make these as blocks, and I have all of just starter stuff going. The only thing I won't have is the clips. Because, well, for Eclipse, you have to have the alloy, which you can only get off of Shadow Pulse. I do not have a Shadow Pulse because I have not got the Dragon's Breath yet. I will get Dragon's Breath soon. I could probably trade for some, but I want to kill the chicken myself. But I'm not fully geared for it. I know that sounds weird, seeing the enchants and stuff on this. I need to upgrade everything a lot more, which I'll probably do in between episodes, but for right now, I'm going to try to just do the simplest part. I need one of each of these. And I'm going to make this, and I'll end up making this as well. Because, oh, honesty, I haven't picked up all my stuff yet. I'm going to be putting a lot of this stuff in storage drawers and all that fun stuff. That way it makes this easier to keep up with. Plus, whenever I do the auto crafting part, it won't take up these cells on this, on either one. It'll just be there in the drawers, and it'll delete any extra that I don't want or need. So let's see, go put all that in there. Eventually I'll put all the other, but for the moment I just want to get this and this made. Trying to make it where it's kind of simple. Yeah, easy way to do that. Pretty sure it's just 4. all those is going to be in the thing. And what's that? It's just Andrew Pearl. I can grab it in Pearl to take with me. Just do shift, scroll, you get one. Wrong one. I know this feels kind of cheatsy, which in a sense it is, but I'm using everything that the pack gives me to use. And with doing this, it makes it where everything just goes smoother. I know I didn't need to put the Ender Pearl in there, I just did because convenience of where I'm at. But I don't see myself actually needing to do any of the parts, so let's see. I need one of these. 3 blaze gold. Candy pearl. I can get redstone here in a second, because I forgot to bring redstone. And I'll need to get iron, so quartz glass. Two of those. What's it? Two of those. Yeah. Two of these. Lyrics. And okay. Just need to get redstone and iron. And I will be putting these inside the part first. Okay, so there's that. And there's that. Both of which is going to go into the thingy. I would say that I would put the gate, which I'm going to have to make a gate for this. But I'm getting everything situated for the farms, because that's going to be something that's going to be going pretty steady soon. I need one of these. And as soon as I find the explosives, let's go with a stack of those for now. I don't know why it's not going into the thing. I will be redoing most of this anyway, but yeah. There should be no reason for it not to be praying into this. But it's not going to be too hard to get fixed. Pretty simple thing to get situated. deck if all else fails I could take, and I could put item collectors around it. But what I'm going to end up doing in between the episode, I'm going to be making checkerboard for the farm. That way they're just constantly going, and this is going to be giving it power, just like good analogy here. See how this is? I'm going to turn on the area. Imagine checkerboard style inside it. That's how these are going to be. And I'll have it where it's not quite as high. It's just going to be one block that covers over this for it. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of simple progressions done. Let's see, is there any type of part here? Because I don't think this is going to give me, I mean, I could technically make that real quick, but it don't look like it's going to give a lot of really good stuff. If there is anything that comes out of this good, I will take and put it to the side to show. But as you can see, most of it's not really spectacular stuff. I mean, there's a couple of simple things, but nothing of great count, and that's the only thing that to get, and this is completely done. So I'll probably finish this off. I may start getting some of this stuff going. That way we can go kill Igneous. And get this going, because I know that that's something that's needed. Both of these is technically needed, but we'll see. Because the main thing I'm going to try doing, I'm going to try fixing the base up, getting stuff organized, probably upgrading gear. I can't change it to like gem armor or Project E armor, but what I can do is go through all the gear that I already have, strip all the enchants, scrap it out. That's something I can kind of show real quick too as well. Make sure I got the inventory fixed up there. Alright, y'all have seen how to strip enchants and stuff off. I've shown that before. But let's show how to do another fun thing. Actually, I got some new gear that I had looted earlier. Okay, there we go. As only magnetic, I don't need magnetic. I mean, I can grab it real quick, but no real reason to. Let's show how to do this. What you're going to want to do, you're going to want to scrap it out and get this material. Don't really care about the other, you want these arcane sands. Now, later you're going to want to get this, the God Forge, but I have not unlocked that yet, so I can't really do anything with that yet. But what you're going to want to do is salvage it, get the part. Once you get a decent amount put up, or stocked up, you're going to want to make sigils of rebirth. That's why I have it over here. I was making it earlier to fix the sword that I did. You scrap gems in the salvaging. I would recommend doing it chipped or flawed, or or the cracked ones. Just get rid of all those. It's a lot easier because you'll get more later. And what you're going to want to do afterwards, I'm going to try finding a simple. Okay, we'll go with this. Now, granted, I am not going to be changing this one specific. I just wanted to use it for the example because you're going to have to roll it or re-roll it. What you do, you put that in the center and it'll tell you what you get from it. And a lot of it's really helpful. Honestly, that's not bad. And if I hit out, it tells you a little bit more about it. I like how that one has a little bit of everything with it. That one's even better because I love having luck. So, fairness, that's not a bad one to roll. But what you would have to do, if you look at the left side, it'll say that you need 12 sigils of rebirth, arcane sands, and then enchantment levels. You have to have 90 levels for that one. They get really expensive. But you get a lot of perks for it as well. But that's how you fix gear. And that is why I made this whole setup here. This is constantly producing XP. XP goes in. We've seen this before. I'm up to 1037. Where I was not on for the week, I didn't have my seeds planted over here. So, to say the least, it did not go well. Now, what I can do here, which is what I'm going to end up doing on the other part, I can describe how this works in just a second, but I forgot to plant the seeds back. So, it literally had no XP going, it had no power going, because it had no XP going into my generators to keep it cool. So I fixed that. I made it where it had a nice surplus background. Don't have to worry about anything. If I see that I need more than this, I can always add it, but I plan to take and again fix this up where it has a little bit better. And I'll probably switch from XP to Dragon's Breath, just because it's better for it. Let's see. The things that I'll probably do in between, again, is fixing up the base, make it look better. I'm going to probably set up the automations for this because we're going to need to get into ours soon. And to kind of sum up how I'm going to do this, it's going to be funny because I'm going to have this kind of set up the way that you see it, but it's going to be inverted. This will be probably on top, and this will have a puller in it, and it will pull the source gem out. It'll also have a chicken on top that has for lapis. It'll either be lapis or it might be a amethyst one, and it's just going to automatically produce source gems for me. That way I can make all the automations for the other. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to be making with the ectoplasm, because this is used to make lockpicks. They changed the recipe, but pretty easy to make now that I have the stuff for it. Oh yeah, where I have fixed my power issue, I made it where this is constantly running at 3000. So that means the temperature is always 678. I can probably get up to 700 if I wanted to. So this is all going. Eventually I will have this connected. I will show how to connect this and automate everything. I can honestly make this where it goes again, because that's not even connected anymore. That's kind of funny. So I'll probably have to start automating a few other things, but that will happen in due time. Whenever I set up automations, I may set some of them up in between episodes and be like, instead of putting y'all through the part of crafting everything, making sure it works and everything, I will make sure everything's set up, working, doing like it's supposed to, and then be like, here's what I did in between the episode. This is how it works. I will show all the little parts. I will go into more detail, like how I will with both of these. I just wanted to show the basics for the moment with this part, but as I do automations, I could have this with, say, the wireless connectors going underneath it. You won't see any part except for maybe this saying on top of the block. Or, however, with it, I will try to make it where it looks nice and show how it works. But hopefully everybody has had fun. Again, I am sorry for the hiatus part. I had company over for a week, and that was the real life part, because I wanted to spend time with the individual that came. And yeah, I fear, well, like I tell everybody I play games with, because I do play other games, not just Minecraft. Some of them's mobile games, some of them is Facebook games and other types and stuff. And I lead a couple of guilds, clans, depending on what the game is. And the number one thing that I tell everybody is real life over a game. Meaning, if you need to step away, step away. Just take and let people know that you're alright and stuff like that. Don't have to take and tell all your business with it, but go with your real life, because everybody gets burned out. Everybody needs to take an intermission, whether it be for a day, a week, sometimes a month, sometimes longer. And it could be for various reasons, because real life is just that. It's real life. You focus on that. Whether it be job, family, both for positive and sad with it. Focus on that first, because the game will be there. The people that is truly your friends, your fans, your whatever, the ones that care, they will tell you to take and focus on you with it, because they're going to be there to support regardless. Even though we may not think it. Your friends, that's true friends, your true fans, your followers, whichever, they may not understand it first, because unless you open up, they won't understand what's going on. They'll be like, well, right, what happened? Alright, what's going on? And my case was not a side one. It's something that happens only once a year. And it was a good get together, and it was with someone that's important to me. So I took time for them. And they support me on my endeavors. Even whenever stuff fails, they support me. So I wanted to take and do similar and enjoy time with them. But I will be trying to keep updates for everybody for whenever I do stuff and whenever things arise like that. This time I really didn't think to. Not gonna lie, I was just more excited about the part of spending time. But yeah, hopefully everybody's had fun with this, because I realized I started rambling, and then I looked at the time part on here, and it's like 5:40 in the morning. So yeah, I should probably start getting ready to go to bed. I fight sleep with rambling. So yeah, fun little fact about me. And what I was talking about with losing a lot of the stuff, remember how the map used to look? I've been trying to slowly go back around everything that I've looked at before, but yeah, not quite there yet. I'll get there. I finally got everything situated again, and I will be uploading this as soon as I can. It'll probably be the following weekend. It may be before, but it just depends on how weather and stuff does, because net. But hopefully this was a fun episode, and got to learn how stuff works, how to set up stuff. If there's any part that you're confused with, feel free to comment. I will respond. It may take me a minute, because I didn't even notice the last comment that I had, because it never showed me in the notification. So I will do my best to keep a lookout, and let me know what I can help with, and if confused with any of this, because I know that these two mods can get confusing. This one's a little bit simpler to craft everything to. This one's a little bit harder to craft. They do similar parts. You can argue that one's bulkier than the other at times, but at the end of the day, if you was trying to do full automations with this one, it's just as bulky as this one being with its standard part. And whenever I was saying the part of it being kind of bulky, Will would actually show it. It don't give me the thing for it, but it's a 7x7 block structure that you have to fully fill in, and you make 3 of those, so it's pretty decent size. But for this one, you're gonna have to make all the wireless connectors to go to each individual one, or each individual setup, and then make towers with this, because that has to connect somehow to it, and then have a importer. So in order for this to continue, I'd go up 1, or I'd go up 2, go over, connect in, and that way these takes and all works. So yeah, it's not hard with it's just very tedious. But before I take and I start rambling way more with this, hopefully everybody has a good day, night, or whichever it may be for you at the time of watching this. Hopefully you have fun days, enjoy time with loved ones or whatnot. And if you have any questions with any of the stuff, feel free to comment. I'll be more than happy to help with whatever I can. And if there's anything that you want to see me try making, doing, crafting, building, whatever, let me know. And if I'm able to do it at the timing, I will. If not at that specific timing, that will be something I will do potentially in a future episode, because I'm not even halfway done with this pack, so we got plenty of time to do a lot of stuff. But I will see y'all in the next one. Have a great day, night, and take it easy.